You have to make way for the king. He is coming as a baby, and he is coming as your king. And you have to make way, and you have to prepare for him.
I do.
Woe be you that do not have room in your heart for the king of the universe.
That's true. Yeah, we've talked about this angle of bringing a baby into our lives, right? Since Christ is a baby. And letting that color how we see both the celebration of Christmas and Advent, like it's preparation for a baby. So, yeah, I have to nurture my heart as a father, as a mother, as a brother, a sister in all these ways and make proper preparations, but not celebrate early. Yeah, what does that look like if I think of him as a king instead? If I just look at that angle on it.
Well, on top of that, he was a baby for more than one day.
That too.
So there's, we can still act like there is a baby, a newborn baby, for this time of year. But yeah, remember that he is coming to your king. Glory to the newborn king, like the song says.
God and sinners reconciled.
When the king is coming, you must make way. This, again, is another issue with the modern American idea of equality. This is why I'm sad that the Age of Kings has ended. Because temporal kingship should give us an illustration of Christ's kingship. It is not the place of the church to act as king. That is the place of the state. Christ is the just judge and just king over all the universe. So somebody, that's what he does eternally, so somebody has to temporally fill that role. That's what the state is for. So in the time of kings, at least the kings of Christendom, they knew that. They knew that they were taking up a similar role as Christ. Some of them did really well, and some of them did really poorly. That made it that much worse when they did poorly. But we have this modern American idea that, everybody is equal, so everybody should just be the same, and everybody should just be on equal footing. And that's led us to sort of forget Christ's kingship. And now we have people saying that, because certain people are using this phrase improperly, saying that Christ is king is somehow evil, or an excuse for racism or whatever.
People do that? Dang. I'm glad I've been sheltered in some ways.
Yeah, so basically they're accusing the phrase Christ is king of being like a racist dog whistle. And it is true, just because people misuse it, they use it incorrectly, that does not make the statement itself bad.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is a true statement. He is the king, the high king of all creation, to whom all temporal kings are subject. But when we got rid of all the temporal kings, we stopped thinking about Christ as the king. Instead of kingship being something bestowed on you from above. I am king because God has declared it, and only because God has declared it. Now we have, I am an elected official because my people decided that I would be an elected official. They all voted for me. I don't have to answer to anybody.
Yeah, it's hard to acknowledge that
they have given me the power. Which I addressed when we talked about American civil political religion.
Mm-hmm. And even if the power still comes from above, it's a lot harder to acknowledge it.
Yes.
Both for your subjects and for you in that role.
But when you have a temporal king, when he is coming, you stand aside. You do not stand in the king's way. Any more than you would stand in your father's way when he is leaving for work. Or when he is on his way to do his duty. So you must make way for your newborn king. Because he is coming. And it will shake the earth. Every single year that happens. And every single year, it should be as though it is the first time. It is not just his birthday. It is perhaps in a temporal sense. In a more literal sense. Christ is born. On Christmas Day. The veil between heaven and earth is at its thinnest on the night of Christ's birth. So you have to prepare for that. And that's why we have Advent. We'll get to talking more about that when it's the actual Christmas time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but in the spirit of making way in Advent, what are your thoughts on how we make way for our King? Because it's still a foreign concept to us as Americans and to us just in the general world and in the secular world of today. And my own thoughts on that are fasting, spending time in silence, making way for the King in your heart, not getting caught up in the revelry of, well, how the world celebrates Advent. You know, perhaps watching less football, perhaps spending less time shopping, perhaps spending less time panicking about getting the right gift for everybody, or the right cards, or making sure that all the decorations are up well ahead of time so that I don't have to think about it so I can deal with the other 1,000 things in life.
Yeah.
But rather just slowing down and making space for it, because it's not about me. I don't have to somehow fit this coming of the King into my schedule and make all of this work. Like, no, my life is going to revolve around it now, ahead of time, and when it happens, but properly.
And
I get it.
It starts in here. It has to start in a contemplative way, because that's the only way you can ever actually do any change. Medicine has to enter your body before it can actually heal you, not the other way around. So whatever happens has to come from within you.
Mm-hmm.
Inside out, not outside in. And you basically just listed my own thinking. It's prayer and sacrifice.
Okay.
Find a good habit, maintain it, because that's the only way you change what's in here. You don't have to do drastic things. Our Lord is still pleased with some effort. You don't have to do everything, but you do have to do something. Even if it's small. Even if it's something as simple as, all right, well, during Advent, we're not going to eat in front of the television. We're going to eat around the dining room table, and we're going to light the candles.
Yeah.
Something that simple. We're going to light the candles, and we're going to say our prayers afterwards. It can be that simple. This can also just be a good time to start a daily rosary, or some other form of daily meditation. It does not have to be complicated, but it does have to be something, particularly if you don't really do anything. And guess what? If you keep that habit going to the next year, you add on something else. And then over time, you will build up traditions that you will just continue to maintain every year, because that's how habits work. The longer you keep at it, the easier it is for you to maintain it.
Yeah, I love the way that's presented with just do something,
Mm-hmm.
and how the traditions form out of that. Because our Lord is so masterful at taking the quarter inch that we give him, and then just making a marathon out of it.
Yeah, you give him an inch, he will take a mile.
He really will.
It's not that he'll take a mile, he will turn an inch into a mile.
Exactly. There's that image.
Multiplied loaves and fishes, he can do that.
I know I've seen an image somewhere of, our Lord asking you to give up the teddy bear in your hand. Reaching out, like, just give me the teddy bear. And his other hand is behind his back holding a bigger teddy bear.
Yeah.
That he's going to give you in return. And usually when we look at that, it's just like, yeah, greater graces are given to us if we give up the one thing. But we should just remind ourselves of that all the time. Like, I'm so good at just building up my own things, my own interests, and just getting in the way. I really am that good.
Yeah.
And no, I'm even better than I imagine at that. So how do I, just chip away at it a little bit at a time. It's like one thing and we didn't talk about, things we're going to announce on this podcast that we're doing for Advent. We didn't talk about that ahead of time, but I'll just say it here. I'm going to watch less YouTube. And I'm also going to drink less. Still going to do it on Sundays. Still going to do it when we're podcasting, obviously. But I don't need to do a lot of midweek drinking like I normally do.
Yeah.
Having one or two a night or something. And I don't need to just keep watching podcasts and videos and all these other things that just suck my peace away. at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Whether it's good information or not. Like, for me, that's a way in which I can make way for my king. Like, all right, you have more space to work.